Yeah, there we are. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you because, let me just get this set up here. I wanted to talk to you because so often we think that we are, oh my God, look at me in this light. All right, maybe if I come back here, the sun's not shining on me so much. We are in my office in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, and I'm getting ready to see clients. So we often think that we are a product of our environment, okay? And to an extent we are. But too many people use that as an excuse to continue their behaviors, which are actually often choices. Now, some of those choices might be automatic, so they might be habitual, but it doesn't mean that they have to stay that way. So if you're used to always doing the same thing over and over and over again, more than likely, whether it's a new relationship, new job, whatever, you're going to continue those patterns. And you're going to see the same patterns happening in your life over and over and over again. And what usually happens is the person will say, oh, I kind of saw the red flags, but I ignored it. Or how could I have been so stupid? Or whatever. They'll have a lot of negative self-talk after the effect of what has happened to them. So I want you to remember that you do not have to be a total product of your environment. You can actually make changes. So what I want you to think about is one or two small changes that you can make immediately. Is that if you have a habit of, for instance, dating someone and spending a lot of money on them, the next time you date someone, really refrain from spending a lot of money on them, because what will happen is you'll spend a lot of money on them, they might start taking advantage of you, maybe they'll move in. It'll be a whole list of behaviors that come down to you were taken advantage of, or worse, you were really robbed of what you have created for your life. And then you kind of have to start over every single time there's a new person in your life. This also is something that happens if you just give too much of yourself. It doesn't even have to be financial, so just anything of yourself. Maybe you're waiting on someone too much, or you're giving them unsolicited advice, or they ask you for advice because they're in that narcissistic victim mode and they're asking you for lots of advice, and then it kind of bites you back. So one thing that you do is just take one initial behavior that you remember from the past with several of your relationships, and then I want you to don't do that behavior. Just stop that behavior even when you feel really like you want to, okay? Give it 6 months or a year before you even bring it back. The second thing that I want you to do is just keep a journal and start writing a diary right now of what's been happening in your life and how it has been kind of turning out for you. What are the responses that have been happening? So I want you to start a journal and go back like it's a diary that you're reflecting, and then start right today. Make that journal where you're kind of reflecting, but every day reflect a little bit, and then what's happening today. Always look at what is different today than what was happening in the past, so that you can be really aware of how you're progressing in life and how things are more positive for you. That's also a way for you to get out of the habit of being a product of in your environment. So on that note, I have to go. Actually, my phone is on very low battery, so I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.